All right, guys, we're on day 2 or section 2 of number systems 3 here. We're going to talk about numbers and their opposites. And this is just about as easy as it seems, talking about opposites. So let's first look about just words and what opposites mean in real life. So if I were to tell you small, the opposite of small would be big. Hot, you would think cold. Tall, you would say short. On, I hear you yelling. Off. Left would be right, and positive would be negative. So that's just real world, small, big, hot, cold, things like that. So we're going to talk about numbers and their opposites. So on your notes page, I want you to go ahead and write this definition. Opposites are numbers that are the same distance from zero. So if you look at this, I have on my number line, I have -3. This is my -3. The opposite of -3 would be +3 because they are both 3 spaces away from 0. They're 3 spaces away from 0. So that's its opposite. Okay? So -3's opposite is 3. Okay? All right, so let's look at another one. So if I have, I want you to, on your number line there, you have it, I want you to locate 5. So go ahead and plot a point on 5. And now I want you to plot the opposite of 5. So hopefully you were thinking of -5 because they are both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away from 0. Okay, pretty easy concept, right, guys? All right, so again, I want you on your next one, I want you to plot 7 and its opposite on your number line. So hopefully you did 7 and its opposite. Okay? All right, so that's looking at on a number line. But if I don't have the number line, you still should be able to tell me the opposite. All right, so on your notes, I want you to tell me the opposite of each of these numbers, pause the video, and come back and check your answer. All right, so my opposite of -4 is 4. The opposite of 9 is -9, and the opposite of -3.5 is just 3.5. Okay? All right, now let's look at the opposites if I'm dealing with real world situations. Okay, the opposites. So if I owe my parents $20, that's like saying I'm at -20 because I owe somebody. So the opposite of owing my parents $20 would be a positive $20. Okay. If I earned $20 from my parents, that's a positive 20. So the opposite of earning $20 from my parents would be owing them $20, which would be a -20. Okay, do you see the difference there? Do you see those words? Remember we talked about those words yesterday? Debt, withdraw, owing, all of those positive and negative words. So in this situation, can you think of what 0 represents? So if I owe my parents $20, that's at a -20. But if I earn $20 from them, that's a positive 20. So those are definitely opposites. But what does 0 represent in this case? What does 0 represent? I shouldn't have put that through there. What does 0 represent? So in this case, 0 means I don't owe them any money, but they also don't owe me any, or I haven't earned any money from them. I am at my breaking point. I'm at 0. I have no money here. I haven't earned any money from them, but I don't owe them any money. Okay, that's what 0 means. Kind of, you've ever heard the expression someone say, I broke even? Okay, so that means you're back at 0. All right, let's check out another one. All right, the thermostat reads 15 degrees above 0. So that is a positive 15. But then if it reads below 0, that's at a -15. So those are opposite of each other. They're opposite. So again, in this situation, what does 0 mean? So below 0, 15 degrees below 0, 15 degrees above 0. What does 0 mean? 0 means I'm at 0 degrees. I'm not above and I'm not below 0. I am right at 0. Okay? All right, pretty easy concepts here. So I've got, you've got a little bit of space there to the right on your notes page. This is an exit slip. This is what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow before you can start your work. All right, have a great day.